Yes, this is cool, man. I've been warned this evening not to swear, which is difficult. And see, I think swearing, it's awesome. Like, a lot of swear words have no negative information in them at all. Like bloody is an abbreviation of 3 other words, like by your lady. And over hundreds of years, it's been crunched down, by your lady, by your lady, by your lady, billoddy, bloody, right? Nothing negative in it at all. Same with asshole. You pull asshole out to what it used to be, asshole, Ashley Cole. If you have the right accent, you can say what you like. If you've got a Welsh accent, it has an innocence to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can say anything, even stuff of a sexual nature. Words like dildo. It doesn't feel, dildo. It sounds like a CBeebies character. Do you know what I mean? Come on, kids, dildos on the telly. So if you ever get in trouble with the law, you should always get a Welsh lawyer, because they will get it lilted out of court. Do you know what I mean? Does my client honestly look like the kind of man who'd happy slap a diabetic? With a dildo. Because the accents are cool. They're cool. They're awesome tools. Like, I love the Geordie accent. And I never understood the furore around Cheryl Cole, with America. Oh, we don't understand her. We cannot understand her accent. And you're like, it's Geordie. You're not supposed to understand it. It took us 3 series of X Factor before we realised she wasn't Gaza, right? Because like the way Americans enunciate things, oregano, aluminum tubes, Bernard. Steve, have you met Bernard? Have you met Bernard? It's Bernard. Bernard? It's Bernard. Bernard is what cystitis does. Bernard. It's madness, because the Geordie accent's a gift. It's a gift from the heavens to the people of the earth. It's just an amazing accent. It always goes up at the end, so it sounds happy. Sounds happy. Me? I've got cancer. The secret is it's got an upward inflection. It's why the powers that be changed the sexually transmitted diseases, STD, to sexually transmitted infection goes up because it's got less stigma. Sounds positive. STI, CSI, shepherd's pie, right? STD, HIV, Andrew Murray, right? Negative inflection. That's why Geordies can say anything they want, and they never get in trouble. I saw a guy at the airport carrying his luggage, and his wife said to him, John, when you're pulling with the handle on the wheels. And John just looked at her and went, because I'm not some kind of puff. But John wasn't homophobic. No, because his accent goes up at the end. He was a character. He could say what he liked. Nobody would be offended. Where are you off, John? Me? I'm going date raping. Because in truth, the reason I was told not to swear is my wife. She said, you don't have to swear. You don't have to swear to be funny, which is ridiculous. Me having a wife. But yeah, it's my wedding clamp. I got married, yeah. Because it wasn't I didn't want to get married, not my thing, but, because you got to have a system. Got to have a system. Like, I've always thought, like happy music is always the letter L. Like la 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 la, or la 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 la. And evil music is always the letter D. Like da 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 da, or Darth Vader da 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 da. Hey, can I imagine how I felt on my big day, stood at the front of the church, and as she comes into da 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 da. He's in the clutches of evil, right? But it's the greatest mistake you've ever made, because she's awesome. As a person, I am a shambles. But she saved me. She's like my life jacket. She really is. And by that, what I mean is, as soon as I put the ring on her finger, she just seemed to pull a little cord and go, because she chunked up pretty quick. Honestly, we thought she was allergic to wedding cake, You're right, babe. It's not eating it. It's mad. It's an unfair world, because it's all marketing. There's nothing more than marketing. Women are a tough deal. You look around the department stores, everything is French. Roberto Garnier, Lancôme, L'Occitane, Clinique. It's all French. Because French sounds sexy. There's no perfume called Cockney. Cockney! Wear it, you muppet. Right? Because French is sexy. It's sexy vocab. Like you put English vocabulary up against French. Like bakery. Boulanger. What's more sexy as that? Bakery. Boulanger. bakery. Boo. Lingerie. Greg's. It's French. It's verbal dressage. It's made to sound sexy. Croque monsieur. Croque monsieur. What is this culinary delight? Croque monsieur. Cheese on toast. Right? It's dressage. And, you know, we adopt French words. We take on words like, you know, like guillotine, déjà vu, ménage à trois, déjà vu, right? We take on French words because they sound sexy. The French, they don't take our words. They don't like Anglo words. They don't. You know, they're protectionist with their language. I think is wrong. You know, we should, in this age of multiculturalism, we should try and sneak one word. Every time one of us goes on holiday to France, we should try and sneak one word into their vernacular. How cool would it be if in 20 years' time you just had two Parisians arguing on the banks of the river saying, "Je te just sit there, le clunge monkey." You know, because language is important. It's the building blocks of communication. I've had arguments for language. You know, I had an argument with kids that live around my way, man. These kids, you know, the ones that like strut like that, you know what I mean? Shoulders pinging up and down like there's some kind of mobile oil pump on the move, you know what I mean? You know, around my way, they cut across the street. When you're driving down the street, they cut across the street. Like most people, you see a car come in, you know, you go, "Oh my God, a car come in." And these guys see a car come in, they slow down. Can't run me over because I'm a human being. You're thinking, I'm driving 2.5 tons of metal towards you at 30 miles an hour. I think you find I can run you over. And your biggest problem is, I fucking want to. Get off the road, you know. And you look at them, and it's not all their fault entirely. Some of it is their attire. You know, the arse of their jeans is hanging down here. Their pants are bellowing out like some parachute behind them. The crotch of their jeans is bridging between their knees. You know, they probably couldn't move any quicker if they wanted to, you know. They're probably there going, "I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die." Because they're the kind of people, like my granddad would say, "Oh, I should put him in the army." Put him in the army. Britain has the best army in the world. We don't fill it with turbo plebs, right? You do, you know, you watch, I don't know if you've seen Ross Kemp in Afghanistan. Awesome, the British Army, which is the weirdest program on TV, by the way. Can you imagine being like a Taliban sniper up in the hills and Ross Kemp comes round the corner? Do you know what I mean? It's Grant Mitchell! I'm gonna shoot him. You don't shoot Grant Mitchell, think. You shoot Grant and they send Phil, huh? It's a good idea. Celebrities in the army is a good idea. You know, I'm not talking about the top celebrities. I'm talking about that sort of lower strata, you know, the Strictly Come Dancing and the I'm a celebrity type, you know, celebrity. You know, because the argument is that if in the moment when they sort of spring up, I don't know if you know this, the most dangerous time for soldiers, when he springs up, runs to his next position and takes cover again. My mate's told me he's a soldier, he's Mancunian. And which I said to him, that's madness. Surely you'll be all right. You know, can you imagine a Mancunian springing up? You all right, you all right. Who's going to hit that? It's a moving target. You know, I cannot hit him, Mufasa. He's moving too quick. All right. Pew, that was close, wasn't it? Boom. But minus celebrities, it could just be the answer. Because who here, in the moment, that dangerous moment for a soldier when they pop their head up above the parapet, who here could pull the trigger of that rifle? Or who here, in that moment, would hesitate and go, "Oh, what's he been in? What's he from?" Hassan Whitacombe, yes, of course. You know, it's a good idea. I got into Contreton recently with like the argument was a kid come down my street, giving it the big one, confidence times a million, threw a crisp packet on the floor, right? And I flag it. I say, "Excuse me, mate, I live here. Do you mind picking that up?" He turns to me, confidence times a million, and he goes, "Why? What are you, my dad or something?" I can tell by the look in his eyes not to force the issue, because he clearly doesn't know whether I'm his dad or not, right? But I'm like, "Mate, pick it up." He does that thing which you see, he sort of stares at me. He stares at me, he's giving me the eyeballs, you know what I mean? Which we all know, we're all British. We all know when a bloke stares at another bloke, is because they want violence to ensue. We've all seen, you know, what are you looking at, eh? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? And you're there sat there thinking, well, I was looking at my meal, having a glass of wine with my wife. Then you stabbed and punched your way through the pub, through that pool cue behind the bar, fought the bouncer, bit the ear off that policeman, ripped open your shirt and roared like a lion. And I'm going to be honest, it kind of caught my fucking eye. You know. But this kid pops attention. He goes to me, he goes, whatever. Whatever, Minga. Because your mother works in McDonald's. I like, because it's very rarely going to turn violent after spelling, right? I prefer that every day of the week to when they do that, because nobody knows where they stand. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? What, you're going to shoot me with a mime gun? What's going to happen here? Because if you're going to mime a gun at me, I'm going to mime back some bulletproof glass. But the thing is, if you know your language, you can see the game. Whatever, Minga. Right? You've got to slam him. Your mother works in McDonald's. You've got to slam his mum. Most important, you've got to spell them all right. M's and W's. Right? So I'm right on his back. Excuse me, mate. I've got a lesson for you in a language you'll understand, right? I'm all over him. And I'm like, mate, do me a favour. Pick that crisp packet up. And while you're down there, here's your message, yeah? Whatever, Munter, because your mother wanks men's willies on the World Wide Web, right? Because the most important thing is answer back. Always. Whatever it takes. Whatever you say, answer back. You know, like I saw a brilliant... There was a sign. I was driving through Luton. And welcome to Luton, the sign said. And somebody had written underneath it, you can't polish a turd. Right? Mildly funny. What I loved was the cheeky little optimist who'd written underneath it, no, but you could roll it in glitter. Answer back. You know what I mean? Like I was driving up the M1 and there was this builder's van, and you know as they do, they write in the dirt on the back of the van, oh, I wish my wife was this dirty. Right? But brilliantly, his wife had twigged this, and she'd written underneath in small letters, I am when you're out driving. Genius. Genius. You know, and the best one I ever saw, which was in the University of Wales Institute, Cardiff, if you believe in oxymorons, right? It's... Somebody had written on the back of the toilet door, I hate this university, I hate this city, I hate this place. And underneath it, somebody had written, why don't you drop out, you fake fuck. Mildly amusing. But the reason I love the graffiti, because the first pen answered back to the second pen. Why don't you drop out, you fake fuck? Answered, in anger, in the back of the door, I can't drop out, comma, because I teach here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your company.